my pleasure to welcome you to the Auburn-Washburn Public Schools Foundation Annual Breakfast. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Whether you're a longtime supporter or a first-time attendee, we are so glad to have you here with us this morning. My name is Kelsey, and I have a pleasure of being the president of the foundation. This year is significant because it is the 25th anniversary of our foundation, and it's of our annual breakfast. For a quarter century, this event has brought our community together in support of our annual breakfast, supporting our staff, students, and schools. It remains our longest supporting, most cherished tradition, a time to celebrate the incredible things happening in our district, and most importantly, to recognize the people like you who make it possible. I'd like to begin by recognizing and expressing our heartfelt appreciation to some distinguished guests who are with us today. So please stand as I call your name. Senator Brenda Dietrich. Representative Jesse Bourgeon. Representative Ken Corbett. Mayor Spencer Duncan. State Board of Education member Dr. Burrell New. Kansas Education Commissioner Dr. Randy Watson. Washburn University President Julianne Mazurchek. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to be with us this morning. The Auburn-Washburn Foundation exists to enhance, enrich, and expand educational opportunities. Through your generosity, we've been able to fund innovative grants, student scholarships, and support teachers in ways that go far beyond district funds. Every dollar donated makes a real and lasting impact, and we are so grateful to your commitment to students and educators. Since the foundation's beginning in 1998, we have distributed nearly 1,000 grants. This morning, you are going to hear stories that inspire and remind us why we are here. You're going to meet some students and teachers whose lives have been touched by your support. You're going to get a glimpse of the vision that we have for the future. A future where every student in our district has the resources and opportunities to thrive. Please turn your attention to the screen to learn about just three of the grants that were awarded to 58 of the three of the 58 grants that we awarded in the fall of 2025.
Being out in the environmental lab, one day I just noticed a lot of our birdhouses are in disrepair or missing. I emailed our tech teachers, Mr. Barrett and Mr. Esau first, and right away got that response of they're all in and want to do the project. Traditionally, the environmental education program has ended at 5th grade, so the idea was to allow those older grade levels to give back in a meaningful way.
You basically assemble it based on the instruction he provides or based on your design that you choose. I'm using stuff like sanders, drills, and saws, and through this class I'm just able to build stuff with wood, and I've never done any woodworking before, so it's an awesome experience.
You know, I think opportunities like this are so crucial to be able to work collaboratively, and then to bring in the CTE component in, having kids actually build something with their hands on shows ownership and allows them to give back. And hopefully maybe they'll do some more birdhousing in the future.
My initial application for the grant was to fulfill a lot of the machines that we had. We had TIG machines, but we had no TIG supplies. We had aluminum welders, but we didn't have, the aluminum gun, those kind of things. And so a lot of the grant money went to replace or update, buy new tools that that fit with our facility. But the biggest part of it was to fully use the awesome machines that we had.
I've been here 3 years, and I've been in welding every year, and it's given me a lot of experience, a lot of practice, a lot of things I can do here that I couldn't necessarily do out in the force. Gotten stuff that we now have, like these angle finders that we can do more intricate stuff with that we couldn't do before, and it's great to be able to do that stuff now.
The transition to the new space has created its own sense of recruitment, and so that opportunity to come to the shop and have that hands-on experience is immense. My students and I are so appreciative of the foundation support for our programs and our continued opportunity to grow.
Basically what we do is we have a set of curriculum for K through 2, set of curriculum for 3 through 5, and we turn math into fun learning games. So the grant money enabled us to be able to buy the whole kits, which the kit comes with all the supplies we need, and we really focus on a different standard basically each week. So we like glow in the dark, we'll do spy games, we've had dice games.
We did this one with cars, and every square it's like a number that you have to like add, or I think it was multiplication. That was one of my favorite ones.
So it's kind of fun because I have kids not in my homeroom that I've never taught before, and they'll see me in the hallways and be like, is it math club night? Because they're just so excited about coming and learning, and they're getting that confidence in the classroom that they maybe like lack a little bit. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the donors. We appreciate all that you have given for us so that we can do this at our school.
Thank you for donating for our Crazy Eights. It's an honor, and just thank you.
As you can see from those smiles in that video, you can tell that those grants are impactful. So I will just tell you, delivering those checks is one of my absolute favorite days of the whole entire year. It's so fun. Love getting back into the schools. Super impactful. So again, welcome. Thank you so much. We are so excited to share this morning with you. We hope you leave feeling encouraged, proud, and connected to the heart of our schools. So to help share this journey with you, I am so pleased to announce and invite to the stage Auburn-Washburn Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Scott McWilliams.
April. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Can you believe it? This is year 25 of this amazing event. For 25 years, extremely caring Foundation board members have hosted this event for one very simple yet critically important reason: to raise money to enhance, enrich, and expand learning opportunities for students. What a generous Foundation board we are so fortunate to have. What a phenomenal 25-year run with this event, and most importantly, what an incredibly positive impact the board has had on many students over many years. Come on, all. This is a 25-year celebration. Let's give them a round. The video you just watched highlighted 3 grants graciously funded by the foundation, and as April said, you could easily see by the enthusiasm of the students and teachers the impact made. In addition to those grants, there was another grant funded by the foundation that had an unbelievable impact on student engagement, learning, and excitement. 2 4-member teams from Pauline South were the first time ever Auburn-Washburn competitors in the regional KidWind competition. KidWind is a rigorous, hands-on, real-world, problem-solving competition that requires hours of preparation outside of the school day. Please welcome to the stage teammates Baylin, Chloe, Pael, and Scarlett, with teacher sponsor Mrs. Tompkins. Come on over, yeah. Also welcome to the stage teammates Jaden, Justice, Merrick, and Zeke, with teacher sponsor Mrs. Smith. competition consists of designing and testing wind turbines, presenting findings to a panel of judges, responding to on-the-spot instant challenge questions, and completing a knowledge test. I spent over an hour with these dedicated students at Pauline South to hear directly from them just exactly what it was that they learned. I was blown away by these wind turbines. Did you notice that strategic? Yeah, okay. Literally, I was blown away with their knowledge, vocabulary, determination to keep it, making adjustments to the turbines to generate even more energy. They educated me on these variables: the length of the blades, the weight of the blades, the pitch of the blades, gear ratios, the size and weight of the base matters, strategies to make the base more sturdy and more stable, and even the strength of construction glue makes a difference. They also shared how fun it was using a jigsaw, working together as a team, problem solving each time their turbine was tested, and learning how to speak publicly. In this very insightful presentation, the girls' team shared with judges on their future goals. We would make the base sturdier, and we'd learn how to make the bottom of the blade thick, and then gradually thin out toward the other end. Also, our shaft had some drag due to the square shape, so we need to make that perfectly round so it can spin more smoothly. In an equally impressive presentation to judges, the boys' team shared, we want to improve how we make our blades by learning how to use a 3D printer and a heat gun to create more curve. They went on to share that they learned about so many new science concepts, data collection, keeping track of variables, and public speaking. Dr. Mazachek, this is the type of hands-on learning and real problem solving that commonly takes place in applied science courses at Washburn University. But thanks to the foundation funding a grant that Mrs. Smith submitted for the wind turbines and their materials, this newly found interest in science and energy, it took place in a 4th grade classroom at Pauline South Elementary School. A very proud Mrs. Smith commented, KidWind has been the most challenging and rewarding project I've ever done with students. We've all learned so much. The growth I've seen in the students' confidence has been incredible. This is how the foundation chooses to spend dollars raised, by making an impact on student learning that will never be forgotten. Thank you to the foundation for funding this grant. Thank you to Mrs. Smith and Mrs. Tompkins for the countless hours given to supporting these students through this competition, mostly after hours, and most importantly, congratulations to these 8 very impressive and dedicated students. You gotta hear this. The girls' team placed 3rd overall in the region. They were the only team in the entire competition to get a perfect 100% on the knowledge quiz. And they won the instant challenge where the task was creating electrical circuits in a breadboard. 4th grade students. The boys' team placed 2nd overall in the region, which punched their ticket to the state competition, which was held 2 weeks ago. I am proud to share that they were recognized as the most improved team since regionals, and they came home with a 4th place finish. Fantastic work. Thank you very much for being here. Okay, here's the scoop. We're among friends this morning, and it's okay that I admit something. I'm just a little bit uneasy standing on stage this morning, knowing that it's going to be my last time as superintendent. For the last 11 years, this annual event has been one of my favorites. Here's a pic of me from the Capital Journal, taken 11 years ago when I was brand new to town. Here's a pic of me from the Capital Journal, taken shortly after announcing retirement this year. The same photographer from the Capital Journal took both pics. So I gave him this challenge. You captured what I looked like in 2015 as a new superintendent. You captured what I looked like in 2016 as a retiring superintendent. With the help of artificial intelligence, if I remained in this role for another 11 years, how much would it age me? The photographer went right to work. He took on this challenge. If I stayed on board for another 11 years, in 2037, I would look like this. Holy smokes! Oh my God, have I made the right decision? Or what? Good. I predict a very difficult board meeting next meeting. In all seriousness, this event truly is one of our favorites. It provides a perfect opportunity for all of us to come together as a school community, which is so important, to celebrate. We're celebrating students, staff, and remarkable accomplishments. Over the last 11 years, hundreds of talented students, a huge number of state champions, and nearly 1,000 distinguished staff have walked across this stage for well-deserved recognition and celebration. Today's program was loaded with even more things to celebrate compared to other years. It's time. Let's celebrate and showcase kids. I am thrilled to welcome to the stage a group of 5th grade students from Pauline South Elementary School. These students are excited to entertain this morning. They are led by music teacher Sydney Donaldson. Miss Donaldson, thank you so much for being here. The stage is all yours. Outstanding job, Pauline South Elementary School. Thank you so much for being here. There are many wonderful things taking place at Pauline South, and I would be remiss if I did not take the opportunity to recognize their leader. Mr. Holman, the proud principal of Pauline South, is retiring this year after serving their school community for over 30 years. Mr. Holman, you are one of a kind in all the best possible ways. You are a scholar, you're a gentleman. I am honored to call you a colleague and a friend. Thank you, Mr. Holman, for many years of valued service to Pauline South. Speaking of a scholar and a gentleman, there is another leader in the audience that is retiring this year. Dr. Randy Watson, Commissioner of Education, is retiring after giving 45 years of exceptional service to public education. Dr. Watson was a teacher, coach, principal, and superintendent before being named Commissioner of Education in 2015. He's excelled in every role that he's had. Dr. Watson, Kansas schools are better today because of you. Thank you, my friend, for your service, your leadership, and the positive difference you have made. Okay, April is going to join me on the stage. We are so fortunate to have students, teams, staff members accomplishing remarkable feats in a variety of areas every year. This year alone, 5 teams and 4 individual students were crowned 6A state champions. Winning a state championship means that you are the absolute best in the state in your respective sport or academic competition. And you heard me correctly when I said 5 teams and 4 individuals won that hardware. That is unbelievable at the ultra-competitive 6A level. Let's begin this student and staff Walk of Fame on stage. 5 Auburn-Washburn students rose to the top nationally in academic achievement. Congratulations to these National Merit Commended Scholars, which places them in the top 5% of students academically in the nation. Caden Rains and Eli Repligol. To the following National Merit finalists, which places them in the top 1% of students academically in the nation. Tanner Haddock, Campbell Height, Ophelia Lackey. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, these are 5 of the top academic students in the entire nation. Phenomenal accomplishment. Thank you for being here. Is a prestigious national art competition. Congratulations to the following students who earned Gold Key honors in this national, extremely competitive event. Congratulations to Audrey Gathers, Ana Elisa Pena, and Lee Stemple for their amazing talent that was on display during this competition. These art pieces created by these students are absolutely unbelievable. Congratulations to the talent that these kids bring to school each and every day. Thank you for being here. The Kansas Music Education hosts an event each year that recognizes those students selected as best in state in band, choir, orchestra, and jazz. There is not a bigger or more prestigious honor to be selected than this group. Congratulations to the following high school musicians. For the All-State Band, come on out, guys. All-State Band, Alexander Almirani, Blake Kelly, and Caden Rains. All-State Choir, Audrey Apin, Beckham Carr, Cambria Hall, Anna Johnston, and Max McGibbon. All-State Orchestra, Tessa Chaffee, Finley Gucciani. All-State Jazz Band, Lucas Langley, Annie Winter. Congratulations also to teachers Luke Chaffee, Ben Holcomb, and Tyler Cooter for their leadership over these sensational programs. These student performances and their teachers are top of the class in the state of Kansas. Congratulations. It would not be a foundation breakfast without a celebratory visit from members of the most impressive debate program in Kansas and one of the best programs in the entire nation. Our 4-speaker debate team has won the state championship 9 times in 10 years. In addition to their success at the state level, they have also found success at the national level, winning the national tournament in 2019 and 2022, while finishing in the top 20 nationally every year since 2016. Congratulations to this year's state champions, Terrence Bird, Shri Chadambara Nathan, Sophie Heinen, and Campbell Height. I do have a comment here. Listen to this. At this year's state tournament, I asked the board when I was at the high school visiting with them, how'd it go? How was that state tournament? And as calm and as collected as possible. Well, it was okay. We won 14. We didn't lose any. Guess that makes you state champion. Also, congratulations to the top debate teacher and coach in the country, Tim Ellis, and to his entire coaching staff. Thank you for all your work. Congratulations to the boys cross-country team who earned a state title this year by a razor-thin margin of 1 point to the second-place team. United as a team, they strategically implemented a game plan at the state tournament that pushed each other to greatness. This group earned the title of state champions with hard work, strategy, and teamwork. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the best boys cross-country team in Kansas. Congratulations to this group. This team is coached by Matt Sweetman, and this is the second boys title earned under his watch. Congratulations, job well done. Both the boys and girls soccer teams have built a reputation in Kansas as consistently being a state title contender. While that reputation has existed for years, what these programs have accomplished at the last 2 state soccer championships is unheard of. The girls team, they won the state championship last spring in an overtime shootout. Washburn Rural High School has been around for over 100 years, and this is the first ever state champion on the girls' side. Congratulations. So I'm going to have them stay, but I'm also going to invite another group of student athletes, the boys team, coming out. So we'll be a little crowded, but that's okay. As a soccer program, how can you follow up a first ever girls state title? Well, how about at the next state soccer tournament held in the fall, which is the boys tournament, you win a second consecutive state championship, also in an overtime shootout. Both the boys and the girls soccer teams are the current reigning 6A champions. That's right, back-to-back state soccer championships. That is unbelievable in regards to the accomplishments. Thank you very much. To give a shout out of their team of coaches. You won't find any more competent and caring coaches who do tremendous work for their student athletes. Congratulations. Appreciate it. Our wrestling program is also a perennial contender for state championships. They train hard and they compete with passion. Congratulations to these 2 championship wrestlers coming out on stage. 144-pound state champion, Landon Coker Munoz. 215-pound state champion, Jaden Long. A couple of comments about these 2 young men. One of them isn't able to be here this morning. In Landon's high school career, he has won 3 state championships. Jaden won his first this year as a junior, but word on the wrestling mat is he's going to have one more next year. This team is led by head coach Josh Hogan, does a phenomenal job. Congratulations, Coach. Also, Jaden, thank you for being here. Our boys bowling team had a terrific season. As a team, they rolled through the competition all season. But at the state tournament, one bowler rolled away from all others. Congratulations to this year's 6A state champion, Cody Spangler. On the biggest stage, Coley bowled a 756 series. You don't know what that means. Which means he knocked down 756 pins over a 3-game set. Which means he was consistent, on target, and when he and I talked, he said he got hot. Congratulations to head coach Joe Ricard also. Welcome. Our boys swim team has been making a splash in recent years, both as a team and with stellar individual performances. Congratulations this year to the 6A state champion in the 100-yard butterfly champion, Daniel Allen, and that's not Daniel. Daniel was led by head coach Bob Burdick, who does a fantastic job for us. Congratulations. Certainly not least, we have the fastest 4 runners in the state of Kansas. This unbelievable relay team not only won the 6A championship for the 2nd consecutive year, but they also broke the Kansas state record in the process. Ladies and gentlemen, the fastest runners Kansas has ever seen in the 6A tournament in the 4x400 meter relay race. It's Drayden Chincherin, Liam Morrison, and Matthew Hauser and Isaiah Terry have already sprinted off to college, so they couldn't join us this morning. Congratulations to this group. Another congratulations goes to Liam, who also won another state title in the 300-meter hurdles. Congratulations. Get so fast, how does this work? And they said, well, here's the deal. Coach Wetzel and also assistant coach Dave Chincherin, they get up early with us and they run sprints with us. They just made us faster. Coach way there. Keith Wetzel is the head coach, and he does a phenomenal job with the program. Thank you for being with us. Students would not experience this level of success without having talented principals, teachers, and support staff working with them every single day. We have over 900 employees, and each one of them plays an important role in our work with students. Many of our team members are deserving of recognition, and I am proud to showcase the following recognitions from this year. You see the pictures on the screen behind us, and they are with us on stage as well. Let's give each of these a round of applause as I call them. The Elementary Teacher of the Year, Jill Seitz, 3rd grade teacher at Farley Elementary. Secondary Teacher of the Year, Haley Schmitz, Computer Science Teacher, Washburn High School. Distinguished Certified Support Staff, Stacy Greenwood, Psychologist. Distinguished Classified Support Staff, Kristen Wong. And Distinguished Operations Support Staff, Amy Nipper, Custodian. Master Teacher of the Year, Jen Hayden, Gifted Teacher, serving kids of Farley, Pauline South, Pauline Central, and Wanamaker. Happen in Auburn-Washburn because the amount of talent and care our employees give each and every day. Let's give these professionals one final round of applause. Sticking with the theme of amazing statistics, listen to this one. Only 3 times in the last 43 years has the Auburn-Washburn Board of Education been tasked with hiring a superintendent of schools. This picture was taken in April 2015 at this event before I began my tenure as superintendent that year in July. It was the first picture taken as a soon-to-be member of the Auburn-Washburn team. Today, 11 years later, it's still my favorite because of the admiration and respect of the 2 people that I was able to share the stage with, Mr. Howard Schuler and Dr. Brenda Dietrich. Our school community lost Mr. Schuler in 2020 at age 81. But his impact in our school community will never be forgotten. In 2001, when Mr. Schuler retired, he graciously handed the baton to Dr. Dietrich and said, "I pass on to you what I believe to be a truly great school district." Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podium, Auburn-Washburn Superintendent from years 2001 to 2015, Dr. Brenda Dietrich.
How to do that.
No, they did not.
Thank you, Dr. McWilliams. It's really hard to believe that Mr. Schuler welcomed me into this district as a new superintendent 25 years ago. You really didn't need to do that 25 for me, but I really appreciate it. Anyway, we haven't changed much, have we? The district looked quite a bit different then as well. There was a lot of construction happening, including at the district office. So when I came into the district, my office was actually in what is now the staff lounge, which neither one of you, what happened to, here you are, our new superintendent, get to experience because it was quite special. But Mr. Schuler had been superintendent here for 19 years, and he was a legend. He was greatly admired and respected, not only in the district, but across the state. He was also incredibly generous to me. He was always available and spent just countless hours introducing me to everybody he felt I needed to meet. So he would plop me in his car and take me all over the district, all over Topeka, and he was only a phone call away if ever I had a question. And you know, you have a lot of questions that first year when you're new because you don't know what you don't know. And he was always there to help me. But I do know this. There was no doubt that Mr. Schuler loved this district. He loved it so much, and he left me with a gift of an innovative, high-performing school district, one with talented, caring staff, hard-working staff, with parents who were engaged and had really high expectations. I also had a very thoughtful Board of Education and some of the most best, incredible students you would ever want to meet, just as you saw here today. So I enjoyed every minute of being superintendent in this district. So when he finally passed the baton to me, he left me with these little nuggets of wisdom. He said, always think of your staff as the most valuable assets that you have. Surround yourself with people who know a heck of a lot more than you do and get out of their way. And then he said, and this is what has stayed with me my entire career, and I retired after 40 years in education. Randy got me beat by 5. He said, make sure that you spend every single day taking absolutely the very best care of our kids that you can. If you do that, you'll be just fine. So thank you, Mr. Schuler. And Dr. McWilliams, this baton is now yours.
In 2015, Dr. Dietrich graciously handed the baton to me. And among the many valuable lessons I learned from her during our transition, I will never forget these words of wisdom. Stay true to yourself. Love your people. Always do what's best for students. Even on your worst day, you are some child's best hope. Enjoy, have fun, and smile. Dr. Collier, this school community has what it takes to excel. A supportive Board of Education, effective building leadership, talented staff, generous business partners, engaged parents, a caring community, and absolutely amazing students. Dr. Diedrich and I agree with the assessment of Auburn-Washburn that Mr. Schuler made back in 2001. 25 years later, we pass on to you what we believe to be a truly great school district. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great confidence that I hand the baton to this amazing person and leader. Please welcome the next superintendent of the Auburn-Washburn School District, Dr. Katie Collier.
Thank you so very much for that warm reception. I am touched by the hospitality and the generosity of welcome that I have received, starting from the very moment the Board of Education announced my appointment. It's a privilege and an honor to receive the baton of leadership from you, Dr. McWilliams. I'm confident that we too will engage in the same kind of strong, ongoing, mutually respectful relationship that you and Dr. Diedrich have enjoyed over the years. It's these ongoing relationships that contribute to the long-term health of the school district. There's a long, storied tradition here of excellence of leadership in Auburn-Washburn, from Mr. Schuler to Dr. Diedrich to Dr. McWilliams. And I pledge publicly to our Board of Education, to our staff, to our leaders, to our students, to our community, and our district partners, that I will work daily to maintain the high standard of excellence that is this school district. I would like to share briefly that from the time I contemplated the possibility of this opportunity to my very early encounters within our schools, throughout the district community, my motivation to serve here, to serve you, has only increased. It increases each day I get to be here. From the incredible students that I've met in this pre-K-12 system, to the exemplary, dedicated, and caring staff and leaders that I'm encountering, to the parents that I've already met with who have explained to me what Auburn-Washburn has meant to them personally and to their families, to their children, to these amazing district facilities, to the Board of Education that has a clear purpose to serve all children. For all of these reasons, I'm truly excited to build on this very strong foundation of success. I have read that Steve Jobs of Apple had regularly communicated that it's critical to keep the focal point always forward, and I share that same mindset. As a school district, we will continue to grow, to evolve, and to stretch ourselves so we can continue to ensure for our children that together, as we work together, that when our students graduate from Washburn Rural High School, they'll continue to leave our district as young people well prepared to chase their dreams, to build their tomorrows, and they will continue to leave as competitive graduates. Our future that we're going to continue to build together will be one that we can continue to be proud of. To our student members of the graduating class of 2026, I would like to extend to you my early congratulations. Thank you again for this warm welcome this morning. I'm so thankful to get to be here at this amazing breakfast. I look forward to getting to know all of you that are in this room this morning on a deeper level. And quite simply, like in the spirit of a kindergartner who has the backpack packed and ready for that first day of school, I share with you that quite simply, I just can't wait to get started. So thank you.
Before you two leave the stage, a quick shout out, and then I've got an activity here. So Board of Education, job very well done. With this hire, you have entrusted our school district to an extraordinary leader, someone of unwavering character, deep compassion, and a relentless belief in the purpose and promise of public education. Let's give each board member a round of applause as I announce their name. This year's board president, Jeremy Wilkes. Board Vice President, Brad Nolan. And board members, Shanoa Emery. Casey Johnson. You've already seen this picture, Ryan Smith. And Jamie Stafford. Members, thank you for making such a wise decision. Okay, before leaving the stage, I wanted to ask this question so she can see firsthand the amount of support that we have in the room. If you are a graduate of Washburn Rural High School, and that even includes a soon-to-be graduate of Washburn Rural High School, could you please stand up so we can celebrate you? Continuing to be engaged and give back to our school community. As I bring my portion of the program to a close, I want to turn to the Foundation Board one last time to share two thoughts. First, the work that you do matters. The opportunities you create, the support that you provide, and the doors that you open for both teachers and students truly changes lives. It is inspiring to witness and even more powerful to feel its impact across our school district. And second, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this event each year. It has been one of the true highlights of my career. These moments, standing alongside you, the people who care so deeply about our kids and see value in the strength of a strong community, are ones I will always cherish. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to the Foundation Board. At this time, I would like to welcome April back to the podium to offer closing remarks and to introduce our grand finale performance. Thank you.
Thank you so much again for being here this morning and to celebrate the impact of the Auburn-Washburn Foundation. You've heard the stories and you've seen the difference, from classroom grants that spark curiosity and creativity to scholarships that help bright futures. The foundation helps bridge the gaps between what our school has and what is made possible through the generosity of our community. But we cannot do this alone. This morning, I invite you to be part of this impact. Whether you choose to make a one-time gift or be a monthly donor, your support can help us say yes to meaningful opportunities for students and staff across the Auburn-Washburn. Every dollar becomes encouragement, resources, and possibility placed directly where it can matter most, in our schools. There are donation cards on our table, on each of your tables, or if you prefer to give online, simply scan the QR code, which is on page 5 of your program. And because no fundraising moment is complete without just a little suspense, we're going to pause for just a couple of moments to give everyone an opportunity to make a gift. So feel free to write a check if we even know what those are anymore, right? So you can scan the code, again, page 5 of your program. You can complete the pledge card, which is also on your tables, or you can quietly wonder whether the person at your table has already finished. So when you leave this morning, there are going to be members of the foundation board that are going to be at the exits with top hats, and you can drop off your donation cards and gifts. Thank you so much for believing in our students, for investing in public education, and for being the heart behind our mission. We have the pleasure of hearing a couple of songs to close out the breakfast. When they finish, the lights are going to come up and you're going to be free about going about your day. Thank you again for coming, and now enjoy Washburn Rules, This Generation.
Oh